Beaufort Bright Spots is a way to showcase many of the highlights and accomplishments within our region.
Let's start with a glimpse of the state's bright spots in business. At the end of 2023, South Carolina ranked number 2 in the country for new business investment conditions. Our state's GDP is up $5 billion year over year, making it now 6% higher than pre-pandemic levels. Businesses and residents throughout the nation are benefiting from a 5% decrease in inflation from its peak just the year before.
Here in our region, over 400 new business licenses were granted in 2023. That's in addition to the county's overall increase of 635 business licenses last year. It's as important as ever to build our local business-to-consumer and business-to-business networks to keep as much money flowing throughout our local economy as possible.
To recognize a job well done and as motivation for future progress, let's dive into the bright spots from key sectors around our region in the past year.
Economic development remains a priority for Beaufort County, City of Beaufort, and the greater Beaufort region. We look to diversify the economy and transform lives by creating good jobs in the region. And we work very well with the Beaufort Regional Chamber of Commerce as a critical partner. We're here in the landing pad. This past year, we've hosted companies from around the world. We have companies presently in from Croatia and Japan. SkyDrive, one of the ones that has brought a lot of notoriety to economic development as City of Beaufort and Beaufort County, is making its home here in the landing pad and looks to create its headquarters in South Carolina. We've also worked with Stoneworks, and they've added solar capacity at their plant as they work with Sustain SC. We've worked with LD Berger at Greenline, where we are seeing their plant expand and investments being made and great benefits coming to our neighbors. Gay Fish Company is another great example of us paying attention to heritage and cultural significantly industries in Beaufort. So we're really happy to be working with them. And the Department of Ag, along with the Economic Development Corp, will be announcing grants to that company. It's been a great year, but what's really exciting is what lays ahead. We see the second spec building. Investors are stepping forward to build that. And I would say that the upcoming year should be a great year for the greater Beaufort region. Thank you.
This past year, the travel and tourism industry saw sustained growth over previous years and contributed to an impressive $1.4 billion annual economy. Along with the Beaufort Area Hospitality Association, the Convention and Visitor Bureau hosted the annual tourism summit, which we provided some new numbers and revenues spend from visitors across the board. Visitors account for a quarter of the total spend in our local economy, providing a wealth of impact to our local businesses. Hunting Island State Park, along with Paris Island Marine graduations, continue to be top visitor draws, as does Fripp Island. This past year, Fripp Island, under new ownership, acquired Camelot Equestrian Center, and it plans to expand to offer a wide array of attractions and opportunities there on the islands. Local festivals continue to be a big draw for both locals and visitors, celebrating our heritage and our culture. And that poses to be our best opportunity for expansion going forward as we move forward, as we further the experience for our low country, but also provide a great base for our small businesses that depend on a vibrant visitor economy.
Here at Beaufort Memorial, we're very excited about the past year we just had and how we've grown with Beaufort County and the community. We've broken ground on many projects, such as the $24 million OR renovation. With that renovation at the hospital, we'll be adding 2 state-of-the-art ORs and modernizing all of our technology. We've seen our surgical volumes grow over the last 3 to 4 years and welcomed many new surgeons to the market. Speaking of new providers to the market, we welcomed 14 last year alone, to include primary care and other specialty areas. We continue to focus on workforce development. We know that's a big priority for everyone in the community. And we've done things such as home buyer assistance programs. Last year, we helped 8 employees buy new homes in the community. We have the PATH program, and we started the coding program on top of the patient care tech program, the CMA program, and the phlebotomy program. And we want to expand that into other areas such as surgical technology and sterilization opportunities within the PATH program. This year, looking forward in terms of workforce development, we break ground on our new child care center, which will not only be able to have 100 kids on campus at the hospital, but will help reduce the cost of child care to our employees as we look towards what is going on in the market and how do we recruit and retain these employees and these healthcare workers. We also break ground on the new nursing school in February as a partnership with USCB, and hopes to train more nurses and retain more nurses to Beaufort Memorial Hospitals and others in the healthcare sector. We look forward to our growth south of the Broad. We've acquired an island imaging center on Hilton Head most recently, and we hope to break ground on new facilities in the upcoming year to serve not only north of the Broad population or Beaufort and Port Royal and Ladies Island, but also Bluffton and Okatee as we grow that way. It's a very exciting time in healthcare and at Beaufort Memorial. We look forward to growing with the community and with the Chamber in the coming years.
In the past year, several partners in the community have advanced the mission of building a tech industry here in Beaufort. At the Beaufort Digital Corridor, our membership increased with the majority of new to Beaufort tech businesses. More cybersecurity scholarships were granted than ever before, and we reached almost 100 events supporting entrepreneurs and 100 participants in our Women in Tech group. You're invited to join us at the 3rd annual TechStars Startup Weekend event during Tech Week, which kicks off with the 3rd annual South Coast Cyber Summit on March 18th. Cybersecurity efforts have received a big boost last year as the need for a trained workforce continues to grow. University of South Carolina Beaufort and Technical College of the Lowcountry have successfully launched facilities and programs for associate's and bachelor's degrees in cybersecurity. USCB held the ribbon cutting of the new cybersecurity lab, and the National Science Foundation granted $1 million for an innovative engine in maritime cybersecurity. Starting a local pipeline of prospects for these programs, the Beaufort County School District is a key partner, especially through their MedTech 7 program. They also received NSA's Gen Cyber Grant for teachers to mentor and teach students about cybersecurity, both in the classroom and at summer camps. Keeping up with modern demands for post-secondary education, TCL completed construction of the Hub for modern, streamlined student services, an investment on the Beaufort campus. Now, they look to utilize $10 million in funding from the state to establish a regional workforce training center. There is great opportunity in the year ahead to advance the tech and talent ecosystem in the region of Beaufort.
Beaufort County voters overwhelmingly approved the $439 million school bond referendum that will fund projects like a new Ladies Island Middle School and a new gym at Riverview Charter in our region. District-wide, the bond will be used to expand career and technical education facilities and school safety enhancements. This past year, we celebrated the opening of the new Robert Smalls Leadership Academy and a new gymnasium for St. Helena Elementary. Academically, we celebrated the district's record gains in English and language arts on the state assessments, as well as a historic number of National Merit Scholars. Beaufort County School District maintains alignment with the South Carolina Department of Education's profile of a South Carolina graduate to prepare students for the workforce or post-secondary education. This includes our partnership with USCB and TCL for dual enrollment, and the last year over 1,500 industry certifications that were earned. These advancements require a strong teacher workforce, and we are proud that Beaufort County now ranks #1 in the starting teacher salary in our state. Our educators were delighted to participate in last year's Educator Appreciation event that was hosted by the Chamber at the new Wheezy Education Pavilion opened by the Port Royal Sound Foundation in 2023. Schools around the region have a great responsibility to provide a quality education along with great opportunity to develop the minds and the abilities of pre-kindergarten students to high school graduates. Children are our future, and children are the bright spots.
"2023 was a fantastic year. We've had an amazing amount of support
at the federal, the state, and the local level. We've had a number of accomplishments here, as many of you are aware. With the grace of the governor and the secretary of the South Carolina Department of Veterans Affairs, we were able to secure $9 million for the local community. Specifically, we secured money for a multi-use pathway for the Marine Corps Air Station to Laurel Bay, and we were also able to secure funding for a living shoreline to protect Parris Island from the ravages of erosion, sea level rise, and climate change. Additionally, South Carolina passed the Military Spouse Licensing Relief Act. What this does is it creates the conditions that allow spouses that are coming from other states to have South Carolina recognize their licenses, makes it easier for them to work. Other bright spots are Beaufort County entered into an IGSA with the United States Marine Corps for engineering. Port Royal has got an IGSA, Intergovernmental Service Agreement, with the Marine Corps for motorcycle safety. The Open Land Trust has secured 488 acres to protect against encroachment of the Marine Corps Air Station. The Chamber continues to do their work on the Naval Hospital relocation plan. 2024 is going to be a phenomenal year, and this just demonstrates that South Carolina in general, and Beaufort in particular, it's a great place to live.
All of the accomplishments highlighted as Beaufort's bright spots are big wins for our region. Monitoring the pulse of the community is a key function of the Chamber.
In addition to our advocacy efforts and sharing the latest information with Chamber members, the Chamber held over 60 events last year that fostered connections and created unique opportunities for members. Thanks to all who participated and engaged with community issues. Special efforts like the Low Country Land Council, Military Enhancement Committee, Defense Community Partnership, and Community Advancement Council met regularly to keep track of progress.
Additionally, the Chamber hosted this economic forecast, the legislative reception, educator and military appreciation days, and of course, the annual Civitas Awards. Congratulations to these Civitas Award winners and the recipient of the Lifetime Leadership Award, Dick Stewart. His legacy in the community goes way beyond the buildings that 303 Associates have preserved. Dick's investments and involvement have empowered and shaped numerous civic, environmental, arts, and economic development entities within our community.
Speaking of leadership, the Leadership Beaufort program is rounding out its 39th year with a big milestone ahead. Kudos to all who have been involved over the last 4 decades as we strive to empower, inform, and engage citizens.
With several changes in leadership roles around the region, we are looking forward to working together to better serve the citizens of Beaufort, Port Royal, and the Sea Islands, making sure that they thrive and the businesses that employ them thrive. That is our mission.
With every conversation and every connection, we're making progress on our vision to create economic prosperity for today and future generations. You are working hard, and we are working for you. Thanks everyone for these bright spots and for your support of the Beaufort Regional Chamber of Commerce.